Hey YouTube, this knife is the Emerson CQC-13. You can see the tip design, classic Bowie tip design, which I like. It's got the G10 handle scales, titanium liners, it is a liner lock. The blade steel is 154 cm, and the blade length 3.8 inches, so the size of it, more of a tactical size, but it could be a larger everyday carry knife as well. All right, and there you see the little sticker, the skull sticker you get with every Emerson. You know, the #1 hard use knives in the world, according to them, and they have a very strong reputation. And their other motto, famous in the worst places. Now CQC stands for close quarters combat, and Emerson, you know, he makes no bones about it, okay? He sells his knives as tactical equipment, as emergency tools, but also as weaponry for uniformed professionals. All right, let's take a closer look at this blade. All right, and here is that blade. Very impressive. I mean, look at the looks of this. Look at the how pointed that tip is. You see the swedge in the classic Bowie tip design, very nice. Has a textured thumb disc as an opener, and the Emerson wave feature, which allows you to snag it on your pocket to automatically open the knife as you pull it from your pocket. It also acts as a thumb ramp, and they say it can even be a blade catch, although, you know, not super realistic to think you're going to catch a blade with a small knife, but nonetheless, you know, it's theoretically possible. Now look at that tip. I mean, this is really, to me, this is all what this knife is about. First of all, the swept-back tip increases the belly on the knife, the belly of the blade, and also extreme penetration ability on that tip. Also note that the black finish is extremely well done. It's extremely uniform. All right, very attractive and very tough finish. Now, Emersons are made in the USA, and that's, you know, that's one thing that contributes to their fairly high cost. Right, and they do include the year it was made right on the blade. So this was made this year, 2012. I like that they include that. You know, it tells you how new or how not so new your Emerson is. All right, and here's another look at the blade. And again, extremely impressive both in the looks department and for practical functionality. A lot of slicing ability, a lot of penetration ability, close cutting ability. I mean, it's just, you know, it's like deadly art, I would say. All right, as far as the handle, the G10 is extremely grippy. It does have a small lanyard hole there. The pocket clip is a one-position clip, right side carry tip up only. All right, and you see the screws are Phillips screws, but the pivot screw is a flathead for easier adjustment there. You see there's a little bit of jimping on a thumb ramp right there. And you see the construction. It is semi-open construction with a G10 spacer there. And you see the liners, titanium liners, are stonewashed. And you see there's a good bit of distance from the scale and frame to the opening disc, so it's easy to get your thumb in there. The opening, fairly smooth, and you heard that lock up. All right, and that's where it locks up pretty early, and it is solid. I don't detect any play whatsoever. And if you want to see the centering, that is the centering. It looks almost, you know, it's slightly to the left, but just a tiny bit, so pretty good. And now keep in mind, as with most Emersons, the grind after the edge bevel, you know, the secondary grind, is not symmetrical. You see how far it goes back from the edge on this side, and then on the other side it goes back much less far. And again, Emerson, you know, that is intentional, and according to Emerson, it is to make sharpening faster and easier. in the field. In my experience, Emersons come extremely sharp. I bet. Alright, so that type of edge does not detract from sharpness at all, and I've spoken to some users that actually say that they feel it makes it sharper than a more conventional. All I know is that every Emerson I've ever had was high sharpness, and some were what you'd even call razor sharp. Now, as far as fit and finish, this Emerson is one of the best that I've had in terms of fit and finish. I couldn't find any flaws on this particular one. In the past, I've had Emersons where the spacer was cut unevenly, and I've had some that had like small marks, you know, parts of the liners that should have been sanded more. I've seen ones that had gaps, little gaps between the liner and the scales. But on this one, it's pretty perfect. I didn't find anything like that on this blade. So, you know, maybe I just got lucky, or maybe this batch that's just been released 2012, maybe it's just, you know, they've improved some of their quality control. And as I said, the coating they put on this, it's perfect. There was no blade play. The opening is good and smooth. Some people have reported that the opening on their Emersons was gritty. I have 5 Emersons and I've never had one that was gritty at all. Alright, so I guess I've just got lucky there. Nice early lockup. Yeah, so overall, the fit and finish on this was first rate. Alright, now I have to compare it to another Bowie style tip design by Emerson. This was my very first Emerson. Prices were a little bit better back when I got this. This was only $160, and this was, unfortunately, you know, it was about $60 more. But check those out. You know, I'm a big fan of Bowie style tip designs, both for looks and for functionality. And you know, this site right here it's one reason why a lot of people love collecting Emersons. They have a lot of similarities, you know, the same steel, the same blade finish, the same G10, the same liner lock, but that just makes the differences in blade shape stand out more. And you know, it's basically, Emersons are highly collectible, and also they're functional as tools, as weapons. I have subscribers that are in the military that have told me that they own Emersons and rely on them. Very reputable reviewers such as Hell's Army, a big fan of Emersons, and he definitely knows what he's talking about as far as tactical things go. So overall, I'm very happy with the blade. Alright YouTube, well I hope you enjoyed getting a look at I think this is one of the most popular Emersons because I've seen two other videos from people I subscribe to just in the last week that featured this knife. And I like it a lot too. Alright, stay tuned for more videos, and eventually I will do an Emerson collection roundup video. Alright, well, I'm out. Have a good one.